So I'm down at Occupy Oakland, and it's Veterans Day. And on this Veterans Day, I have the pleasure to be interviewing these three gentlemen, and they're going to give me some information on Scott Olson. Excuse me. What's your name? Sorry. Hello. Today is Veterans Day, and I'm at Occupy Oakland.
And every 10 years, sure.
I have the pleasure on Veterans Day finding out about Scott Olson. Gentlemen, so please get an update on Scott Olson's condition.
Yeah, my name is Jason Mathern.
Good luck.
Joshua Shinn.
And that's a good story, but
and what was your rank in the military? And yours?
E3 Airman, United States Navy.
And how long were you in for?
6 years.
And where did you end up doing your tour?
Individual arms. I worked out in San Diego and Japan.
Yeah, my home base was Whidbey Island, Washington, but in January 2008, I deployed to Qatar, so that's why I'm considering Iraq.
And I was stationed out of Robins Air Force Base shortly.
And could you give me an update on Scott's condition?
Yeah, Scott's doing better. He fully hasn't regained his speech, but he has regained, he's able to communicate and say yes and no. And he's upbeat, he's doing better, and he definitely continues to support the movement and continues to support nonviolent action.
Great. And what's his wishes? You said he wants to go to the Wall Street.
Yeah, he wants to go over to New York and see where it all started. And I think he definitely wants to be out here. Occupy San Francisco was his home away from home, and I'm sure I'd love to be out there with everybody at Occupy San Francisco.
Now, do you know Scott Olson? And what did he tell you?
I'm sorry.
Has he said anything personally to you?
No, not anything specific. He was out there before a lot of us were.
Does he know? Does he know that the protesters here have once again been warned that they have to leave?
He's pretty. I mean, I can't say for certain he knows, but he's keeping track of what's going on here, and he's very much still interested in what's happening here in Oakland, in San Francisco, in New York, around the world. And he's getting better so that he can resume a normal life like he used to have, and part of that would be being out here. So he's concentrating on getting better, but I definitely think once he gets to a level where he feels comfortable, that he's going to join and come back out there in the movement again and be a powerful voice for what Occupy stands for and what Iraq Veterans Against the War stands for.
All wars, right?
Exactly.
And so what do you feel about the drone attacks that we're now using?
That's just an attempt to dehumanize war, and I think it's horrible.
And what about Obama's recent attack, a drone attack excuse me. And how about a comment on how you feel about Obama's recent drone attacks on American citizens and you?
We need to end any kind of military action abroad against any kind of citizen that takes the life of someone who, we just need to end it. It's just, there's too many consequences we pay to our own citizens and the citizens abroad when we conduct these military actions, whether it's with a drone or to a soldier on the ground in boots. It needs to end. These guys need to come, these guys and gals, men and women need to come home so that they can have a chance to heal.
So I realize there's 18 suicides a day committed by veterans. That's pretty amazing. You very, very rarely hear that on the news unless it's Veterans Day. And I lived during the Vietnam War, and every day there was an update and a picture of who had recently been killed, and photographs, and a monthly update, and then a yearly update. So it's pretty pathetic. The press fails to cover much of it at all. So I'm glad you guys are part of this Occupy movement, and hopefully you'll wake a lot of people up to the drone activities we have, because I mean I'll interview young people and they don't even know what the hell a drone is. And then when you explain it to them and what's being done, well, you know, as long as eliminates boots on the ground, it's okay.
And it's done here in California, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure of all the states it's done in, but I know here in California.
There's a base halfway between here and Sacramento that a good friend of mine was
Vacaville.
he was a sensor operator on those drones, watching the cameras. And
Right.
He became a conscious objector because of what he was witnessing.
Well, the drones there's 7,000 drones now, 40 different locations in the world. And so, not to get too political, but what's your feelings about Ron Paul's position in all military actions overseas and bringing all our troops home on all foreign bases, except for the ones that we have an ironclad contract with the country that we have to be there? Are you for that position of Ron Paul's?
I'm not. I'm for the position, regardless of what any politician says, to end the wars over there and bring our brothers and sisters home so that they can heal, and so that no one else has to suffer the stigma of being in combat and suffering those wounds. And that's my position. That's where I stand.
Right. What do you think about our military bases that, you know, where the troops aren't in harm's way? Do you think there's a need to close those bases down and maybe bring those troops home too, to maybe work in America and support the needs of the American people at home?
I think there's a better way to spend our tax dollars than to have bases overseas where there's not a need for it. So I definitely think, again, I'm all about bringing all the guys home, letting them heal, letting them just come home, basically. The guys and the gals.
Exactly. Well, I sure appreciate this. One other thing. So, update with Scott Olsen. He's still in the hospital?
I can't confirm that he's still in the hospital. I know he's doing a lot better.
But he's still under some kind of medical care, no doubt.
Well, when you have that type of injury, oh yes, he will be under some type of medical care for a long time. We can't give you a window or a frame, but he would definitely be under medical care. I mean, he suffered a traumatic brain injury, and that's not something that's going to be solved in just a few weeks.
So, were you here the night of the tear gas incident?
No, he was.
And how close to Scott were you?
About 25, 30 feet.
Right. I was there too. Actually, I was where Scott was standing about 30 seconds before he got hit. I just happened to move on and was talking to Jack London's granddaughter. Anyway, sure appreciate your time, and you know, I mean, my heart goes out to you guys and the service you've given to our country. And whether you believe in the war or not, we need to honor all our troops. Thank you so much for your time.
And I hope nobody out there forgets that Veterans Day actually started as Armistice Day.
Exactly.
And it's a day to celebrate a peace treaty.
Exactly.
To celebrate peace.
It was
and I hope that people in their minds, whether they did it today or not, in the future, always celebrate the fact that we are peaceful and that we are not just a military state. We are a peaceful state, and we're much more complex than that here in America.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. You guys, good luck, man.
Thanks.
Best of luck. Scott Olsen, best of luck with you guys healing whatever the shit you guys have to deal with overseas, man. So here's